I'm here on the campus of Drew University in Madison, New Jersey. Today, we checked up on Lenny Armuth and the Drew University men's soccer team as they prepare for the upcoming 2019 campaign. I'm here once again with the head coach of the Drew men's soccer team, Lenny Armuth. Coach Armuth, as always, a pleasure, and thank you so much for speaking with us for a few minutes.
No, it's not a problem anytime. We're just very, very excited. Soccer season's here. The guys started practice a few days ago. They really came in great shape, and we're ready to go.
Well, that's great. So you mentioned, obviously, you've had a couple days of practice. So just early on, how does you and your team look, going through a bunch of drills and learning different things?
Good. Going on well. The guys have been working hard, trying some young guys, playing different position. We have some very, very good seniors back who are expecting a lot from.
Well, certainly we're going to be seeing how they perform. Now, a question that I'm sure a lot of people want to know is, can you give us a little bit of an update as to, or just a preview of the schedule? You have a very interesting schedule this year with some very, very intriguing opponents. Just talk to us a little bit about the schedule that you guys have for this upcoming year.
Our schedule is a lot harder than it has been in the past. I think I have some quality players who can play it, and it is all like about getting ready for our conference. So we have Muhlenberg, Haverford, Richard Stockton, the College of New Jersey, Kane College. So we have some very, very, very good solid teams we're playing.
You certainly have a lot of solid teams. Another question that I have for you is this. Obviously, 2 years ago, you guys won the Landmark Conference. You guys have been doing very well the past 2 years. What are the expectations going into this year? Are they higher? Are they the same? What exactly are we looking at going into this season?
Very high. Very high expectation. We have all three forwards back from last year, so we're definitely going to not have problems scoring goals. Defensively, we're going to be very young. In the back, we definitely have a senior keeper in Jason coming back, so that would be a good help having that experience back there. But again, we're just going to be working hard as a group and being a solid team.
Being a solid team is definitely a great goal to have. Well, Coach, thank you so much, as always, for speaking with me for a few minutes, and good luck this upcoming year, as we will definitely check you guys out as the year goes along.
Very well. Thank you very much for coming up here to Drew.
I'm here with defenseman Vaughn Pega. Vaughn, thank you for speaking to me for a few minutes. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, obviously, we're just a couple days into practice and getting ready for the upcoming year. Just from a player's perspective, talk to us a little bit about how, the team has looked through the first couple of days.
Obviously, it's been super hot out here the last couple of days. Temperatures have been really high. We've had to do some mandatory weigh-ins just to keep players safe for their health. But I think the team's been gelling together well. We've been starting to get some better chemistry, starting to get all the underclassmen in our system, and we have a few scrimmages coming up, so hopefully we work out all the kinks before the season comes up.
It's definitely a good opportunity to really get, yourself going for the upcoming year. My next question to you, Vaughn, is this. Just talking about from the defensive perspective, especially in the back, what exactly are you guys looking for to try to accomplish this year as just a defensive unit?
Well, obviously, as a defender, you're not trying to give up goals.
Right.
So we're trying to give up as least goals as possible. But I think we're trying to do more than just that. We're trying to help our offense out by distributing balls out of the back, creating opportunities, and just winning games.
That's great. So another question, pretty much my last question for you, Vaughn, is just this. Looking at the schedule, you guys have one of the tougher schedules in the Landmark Conference. You have a lot of very solid opponents that are going to definitely give you guys a run for your money. What is your team's mindset, or what's going to be, the whole player's mindset going into a very grueling schedule?
Well, obviously last year we didn't have the season we wanted, getting knocked out of the Landmark Conference playoffs early to Catholic. So this year we're trying to come back stronger. We're trying to come back and win the Landmark Conference and then make it to the national tournament.
I like the sound of that. Those are excellent goals. Well, Vaughn, thank you so much for speaking with me for a few minutes. I appreciate it, and good luck this upcoming season.
Thank you.
I'm here with defenseman Sawicki. Ian, thank you for speaking with me for a few minutes. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So my first question to you, Ian, is this. Just so far for you personally, and then also as the team perspective, how do you feel you've been performing so far here in the first early days of practice?
Well, it's been tough. It's been hot. But overall, it's been a tough session. We've been playing really well as a team. I think we're really bonding, especially with these freshmen that have come in. There's a lot of them, and we've been really close. And even after sessions, we've been hanging out a lot. Getting that bond, getting that chemistry, which is important for games in the season.
Right.
So yeah.
That's very important, and you brought up a good point about chemistry. Just jumping onto that, what are going to be some of the ways that you guys are going to be able to build chemistry both on and off the pitch?
Like I said, just like being together all the time, always communicating during practices, like helping each other, picking each other up, like making sure we're not too tough on each other. Yes, the toughness is necessary, but like if you're too tough, then that like kind of ruins the chemistry there. So just being behind each other, on each other's backs is good for us.
That's great. My last question is this. You guys won the Landmark Conference 2 years ago, and last year, unfortunately, didn't go your way, getting knocked out. Do you feel that there is, I wouldn't necessarily say added pressure, but do you feel like you guys have put a little bit more pressure on yourself when it comes to, trying to get back to that point of winning the Landmark Conference and obviously making a deep run into the tournament?
Yeah, we've definitely been harder on each other because of the last year's run. We didn't do as we expected, but, like the pressure's there. We need to do good. We need to pick it up, and we'll get it.
Certainly will. We're certainly looking forward to it. Well, Ian, thank you so much for speaking to me for a few minutes, and good luck this upcoming season.
Thank you.
I'm here with assistant coach Al McClintock. Coach, thank you for speaking to me for a few minutes. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for having us over here. Thanks for coming down.
Of course. So we're a few days into practice. The forwards and midfielders are looking pretty good. Just talk to us from your perspective how the boys have been looking so far.
Yeah, we're looking good. We've obviously came in, tried to get the freshmen, the young guys, integrated into the style that we're trying to play, and then just giving them some ideas. Hopefully tonight we'll watch some video and go through exactly what we're looking at here today.
That's a really good way to look at it. So my next question to you, Coach, is this: just going into the season, obviously 2 years ago winning the Landmark Conference, and then last year things not going the way that you would hope. Just from your own perspective, just from the offensive perspective, what needs to change or improve to really get to that next level that you guys want to achieve?
Yeah, for sure. We were a little disappointed last year, but we also graduated some players. But the chances were there, so we just talked about it just now, being clinical. And when we get a chance, just not put your head down, keep knocking at the door. If we would have scored 1 or 2 goals either way last year, we would have went a lot further. So we're just trying to get that into the mentality of be clinical. Small things matter.
Small things certainly do matter. Now you were talking about just the mindset, just going into this season. What are like the main goals for you and just the offensive side of the ball?
I guess goals are to score goals. We haven't really set targets yet. We're just trying to figure out what we have in terms of positions, fill in some slots of the departed players. We had a lot of 4-year starters in the last group, so we're really trying to figure out what we have. And then once we know that, we play a few games, we'll set some of our goals. But the guys always want to win the Landmark. That's their number one goal, and then we go from there. So I guess that's our initial one, but we'll set individual and then small group goals as well with the systems that we play.
Spoken like a true coach. Well, Coach, thank you so much for speaking with me for a few minutes, and good luck this season.
Cheers. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. I'm here with forward Aiden Sherhart. Aiden, thank you for speaking with me for a few minutes. I appreciate it.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you on. So, just right off the bat, a couple days into practice, how do you and the boys look so far?
Good. Fitness is not exactly where we want it to be, but the commitment and the passion to be out here is definitely looking good.
That's great. So my next question to you is this: just talk to me a little bit how important chemistry is when it comes to achieving the main success offensively on the pitch.
I think chemistry is pretty much everything, both on and off the field. You kind of build a relationship with these boys, and it's not really just offensively, but defensively and as a team. If you have chemistry, you're going to have a better season.
That's a very, very good statement. I like that a lot. So my next question is this: just looking into the season itself, it's going to be one of you guys' tougher schedules, and obviously you being, one of the older vets here, a senior, a former All-American. Just talk to us about just, how you guys are going to get through the grind of this very difficult and long season.
I think we have to rely on one another to kind of push through those trials and tribulations. It depends on if we trust one another, and I think if we trust and we're here for one another on and off the field, that's where we're going to be able to push through things.
I like the sound of that. Well, thank you so much for speaking to me for a few minutes. I appreciate it, and good luck this upcoming season.
Thank you, man. Have a great one.
I'm here with goalkeeper Jason Adamo. Jason, thank you for speaking with me for a few minutes. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
Of course. So first question to you, from the goalkeeper's perspective, and you guys got a couple there. Just talk to us a little bit about how things have been going as you're prepping for this upcoming year.
We've been putting in a lot of work over the summer. Now we're getting into preseason, so we're doing a lot of agility, a lot of shots, a lot of handling stuff. But we brought in a new goalkeeper, so welcomed into our family, and it's going good so far. everything's looking good.
That's good. Now, you did mention the word family, and so that brings up my next question. Just for you guys, just as a goalkeeper, family, how important is your chemistry with the rest of the goalies? Obviously, you can only have one on the pitch, but just talk to us about the chemistry that you guys have.
It's incredible because obviously, like you said, only one goalkeeper plays, but the other ones behind, they got to be ready to step in just in case the starter gets hurt or anything like that. So we're always here supporting each other. One person makes a mistake, the other one's got their back, so on and so forth. So everybody's here. I mean, it's just like the next man up. So if someone gets injured, the next goalkeeper's up. So
Next man up mentality indeed. Now, I have a very interesting question for you. Just, obviously being a student athlete, just talk to us a little bit about, what you've been able to do to have a good balance of both, schoolwork and obviously also being here out on the field.
It's a little bit challenging at some points, but in the season I feel like it's a little bit easier because you're on a stricter schedule. You know when the games are, when practices are, so you got to get that study time in, got to go to class, and you got to make sure you're on top of all your work. School obviously comes first, but soccer is right after that. Just got to make sure that you find that equal balance.
Certainly have to find that equal balance, no question about that. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me for a few minutes. I appreciate it, and good luck this upcoming year.
Thank you very much.
The men's soccer team will look to try to rebound from last year's disappointing finish and look to have a repeat performance of just 2 years ago when the team won the Landmark Conference Championship and also advanced deep into the NCAA Tournament. Reporting from Drew University in Madison, New Jersey, I'm Neil Villapiano.